Hi guys, so I'm back with another video. In my last video you saw that the sun and hair lightening spray didn't work for the hair, but in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I ended up styling this video. I'm giving it a completely new different look, so let's stay tuned and see how I got this look. So again, the wig was already made, so we're starting off with the wig made. I parted it and made sure that the parting is exactly how I wanted it. Again, I was going for a middle part look because I wanted like a middle part wavy look, but I realized I already have another wig like that in my collection and I want each wig to look different. So I actually ended up going for a side part look, which you're gonna see more towards the end, but I'm gonna show you guys how I prepped this hair for actually coloring it. This was the wig from a full angle when it was all done. As you can see, it was all silky still after I put in the sun and lightening spray, so it didn't like damage the hair. Once the hair dried, it was still its silky texture. It was still very soft, you know, nothing really happened. I didn't really even have to wash out anything. It just dried back to its normal texture, which shows that the hair is decent quality. So taking 50 volume developer, because I just wanted this to go really fast. I wouldn't advise 50 volume to dye your hair. I would use more like 30 volume, but I mixed that with my bleaching powder and I mixed that in with some collider colors in blue. Now this is just a toner. This is what keeps your hair from looking brassy. It gives it more of a golden look more than a red look, but I wanted like just a soft brown. I kind of wanted that auburn reddish color in my look, but I still mixed that in anyway and mixed it all up. I made sure that the consistency of my dye was something that was workable. It wasn't too liquidy, so it wasn't gonna fall all over the place, but it was like a consistency where it was like a paste. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. It's like almost like toothpaste in a way, you know. It's thick, it has some movement to it, but it's not like too liquidy. So I just worked the products all over the wig, you know, just with my hands in the glove. This is kind of how I've been dyeing my hair every single time I use color. I don't have time to go through and paint every little strand, so I've just been dyeing the hair, just been using my hands. So I continued to coat this all over the hair. I wanted it to just be like more brown than anything, just to give it a different look. Make sure that you get underneath the hair, inside the hair. Don't just touch the surface. I mean, you can go for that look if you want, but when it comes to dyeing hair, make sure that you thoroughly coat the entire selection of hair. So when it was done, this is the hair that I got. This is the color that I got. And as you can see, it still waves up into its pattern when it's wet and drying. I had washed out the dye at this part and it still gets its texture back. It still keeps that texture, which was actually very surprising to me, being that I did a lot to it already. So this is what it looked like when it was just dried, and I brushed it out with a brush. So it wasn't really frizzy. I just went ahead and brushed out the wave pattern. And I wish the hair was showing more vibrant on camera. It looks so dull on camera, but it's a lot more vibrant in person. So I wanted you guys to see that, but this is just kind of how the color came out. So next, I just went ahead and detangled the hair and showed you guys that it is a little bit more golden than what it looks like when it came up in the last clip. I'm just not sure why it's so dark. No, maybe something's wrong with my camera. But nonetheless, it's time for styling. So I took a flat iron, the Jose Herber, which is to me the best flat iron you can get. I got it at the mall, and I literally went this slow on every strand of hair. So I didn't even speed up this clip or anything. This was just to show that the hair had to be pressed with a lot of heat. Not necessarily that it needed it, but just because I did go ahead and color process it, I wanted to just make sure that all the hair was just being flat ironed and getting all the heat that needed to be nice and silky and straight. So I did this thoroughly around the head, and here's what it looks like when I was done. So it was just like some long straight hair. Of course I was going to trim the ends. The ends are always already kind of dry when you first get the hair, even if you condition it. So I always trim it regardless. So I started to trim, and you know, I wanted it to just kind of be not too blunt, but just have it look like the ends were recently trimmed. And I just went around in a circle of the hair and moved my mannequin head, used my fingers as the guidelines, and just kind of kept it kind of leveled. But because I forgot this was a side part, I parted my hair incorrectly when I was cutting. So my hair was parted in a middle part at first, but then it ended up being a side part because it was supposed to be a side part. So I took it up just a little bit because I realized, okay, it has to be at least even. And then this is kind of where everything went wrong. I wanted it to be kind of like a longer length. This was the length I was going for. But then I realized I was layering one of the sides. I was just kind of super happy I had been cutting all day and trimming and all that, and realized the other side was still long. And once I made this cut right here, I was like, oh, hold on. It's not leveling up. So I had to make sure that I went in and kept it all the same because it already looked kind of too messed up, too choppy to kind of just leave it as is. So I went ahead and just made the hair a nice even cut all around. So wasn't exactly what I was going for at first. I still want to make a wig that's long with color, but that will come. So I just kept this all one length, and I went ahead and made it a side part, but it still ended up nice. It is very kind of blunt and choppy right about now, but after this video I actually went in and thinned out the hair. So if you do buy this wig from me, it won't be as choppy as this. It won't be as blunt, I should say. It still has like some nice layers to it. The hair has been thinned out. So this is what the top of the wig looked like. The parting space was already bleached, the knots, and it looked very natural. So when I went to go ahead and put on the wig, it actually was like my best fitting wig that I made this week, and it laid so effortlessly. The part was actually the most natural. I like the way how I do my parts because I give it like that curved L-shaped, and I love the look. I think it looked really nice. The color payoff was really good. This is exactly what I was going for with the sun-in spray, but obviously I just achieved it with bleach, and the hair was still moving. The hair was still silky and straight even after the bleaching that I did. So I think it looked really nice. I liked it. What do you guys think? So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out Ali Julia hair with the links in the description box down below. This hair is really good for coloring. I've had this hair more than once. I've had different textures of this hair. I had their curly, now I have their wavy, and I made it straight. So as you can see, it's very versatile hair. So that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.